And we're back here for conference play. Tonight we have the Montague Wildcats facing off against the Oakridge Eagles.
Welcome back, Tate. This is the second round of us doing this. Just got back from practice.
Once again, a tiring one, but practice before a game, day before, it's always an easy one.
Yes, sir.
Going through some repetitions, couple sets that we need to work on, but I take that practice over a Monday night practice when we don't have a game the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
Coming off a loss, that's never a practice you want to have.
Yeah, definitely. So what are we looking for tonight out of these girls?
Well, last time Montague and Oakridge faced off, I believe Montague didn't win by an extremely large margin, but they handed Oakridge all right. They definitely need to cut down on some of these turnovers that we've been seeing. And we'll look to see if the Oakridge coaches have been watching some film and they see to bring some pressure up beyond the perimeter.
Yeah, I think as you said, that turnover problem, I got yelled at for saying it last time, but again, Montague struggles to get the ball up the court, except for Kendall Osborne, because as you know, Coach Osborne gave me talking about that. But yeah, that's one thing I think they need to tone back on. And they may have beat Oakridge by quite a few last game, but those games coming back, especially at home, are always games where you can work on stuff, and that's something they definitely need to work on going into some harder conference games, especially like Hart and Whitehall coming up here. Yeah.
Definitely. Montague probably a must-win if they want to stay in this conference race against Hart and the Whitehalls of this league. Definitely going to have to win the next matchup against Hart to even be considered in that conversation, of course.
Yeah. So what about this Oakridge squad? You seen much from them? I know I haven't, but
last time they played Montague and Oakridge, it was at Oakridge, and I was very impressed by their guards play. I believe she scored she was around the 15-point mark when they matched up. I'm not sure if that was number 3, Mallory Whipple. It might have been. I'm not sure, but she definitely had a great impact on the game.
I know a few years ago they had a few pretty good guards. And actually, I think they led the conference for a little bit there. But if I had my stats on me, we can bring up some stats. But I know down low Oakridge is going to have a little bit of a tough time. I know what we called last time the Twin Towers are averaging about 2.5 blocks, both of them per game, and pretty close to double-digit rebounds for this season.
And going back to that guard play from Oakridge, like you said, back in it was around 2016, 2017, 2015, both Haley Reinholds and I'm drawing a blank on her name, number 5, the guard, she's playing at Toledo now. What's her name? I should definitely know that, but she also tied the girls Toledo single game scoring record.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many that was. It was at least 40.
Jeez, that's a long time. We'll get started here in about 10 minutes, 10.5 minutes. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, run it back. All right. Getting warmed up here. As a shooting team, how do you think Montague and Oakridge fare against each other?
I'd probably have to give Montague a slight advantage in shooting. Oakridge isn't an amazing. They can knock a couple down when they have to, and Montague's about the same way. I give Montague a slight advantage in that, along with a couple other facets of their game.
I know the last game we watched, they struggled a little bit from beyond the arc, but I definitely think if they get going, get hot, as you can see right now in the warm-ups, they can make a lot of shots.
I mean, and that's just a matter of getting girls open, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes the offense can get stagnant and girls are standing around. Sometimes looking at the ball handler to make something happen. Hopefully they can continue to move around and keep that offense flowing.
Yeah, and then tomorrow the boys' team's got a matchup against Holton.
Exactly.
Our girls' team has fared pretty well in this season. I think, what are they, 6-3?
6-3, and you got to be happy with 6-3 considering the fact that you lost the entire starting lineup. Almost?
Yeah, just about. I mean, you had what, five girls graduate,
5 girls graduate,
and then you got a lot of juniors and what were juniors and what were sophomores coming up and stepping up and playing, especially Kendall Osborne, obviously, and then you got Britta Johnson and people like that who have stepped up and played big in big moments this season.
Exactly. Hey, minutes, 50 seconds left till tip-off here. Montague student section in the Hawaiian theme, awaiting another Montague girls victory as the pep band looks to bring us into the start of this game.
You're a little Hawaiian up over here with your necklace. We don't have a camera over here to see it, but I tell you, it's Hawaiian good looking right there.
8 minutes, 30.
I know yesterday the student section was. Today is Tuesday, correct?
Correct.
The student section yesterday was a little quiet. Let's hope they're a little loud tonight. I'm hoping.
I will never complain about students showing up to the game or our student section about how loud they are, but it always picks up your spirits when you hear your classmates cheering behind you, especially when it's a roar from them, not just some dull whispers in the background.
I know those a few years ago, those Montague Whitehall games, those were really loud.
Our sophomore year, which was 2 years ago for those listening.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was people standing on the sides because there wasn't any seats.
It was crammed.
It was crammed, and that was a season where we weren't supposed to fare any chance against Whitehall, and we were probably projected to win about 4 games, and even though we didn't win conference or was in the running, we did go 10-10 and ended 500. Nothing to frown at.
Mm-hmm. Just about 7.5 minutes to go here.
What was the record of our junior team last year?
Was it 10-10? I think we were 500.
I thought we were just above 500, maybe 12?
10-8 maybe.
Oh, was it shortened season because of?
Yeah, I think we only had 18 games total. Back to that sophomore year, I remember we were we had just lost to Spring Lake, I think it was, and oh gosh, Bradley Tate.
If you ever need someone to criticize you, Bradley Tate is available.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But back to that sophomore year, we had just won just lost against Spring Lake, and then COVID hit, and we were all those games got canceled. I think they got to the finals game, and it was like day before, no more, you're all done.
I mean, we were finding out about it on the bus ride home after the game, and after that, Riley Hagan, our ex-teammate, he played center for us. He graduated that year. He goes, well, I guess we're co-champions.
Yeah, that was the joke that year.
I'll take it anyway I can get it.
Looking ahead for these girls, I think in the next 2 weeks they play both Hart and Whitehall. Both tough matchups. They play Whitehall away and Hart home. What are some things, I know other than turnovers, what are some things this Montague team can do to prepare for that and be ready for that Hart, and especially that Hart matchup? That's a big game. Put them in, kind of get them shooting up to first in conference and maybe winning conference this year.
Well, to start the Whitehall one, if you were watching that Whitehall game either on the broadcast or if you were at the game, Charlie Clint, I believe, had about 80% of the team's point all the way up until the final buzzer. I mean, I think she had 20 plus in that game, while the rest of the team only scored probably a combined 15. I'm just estimating here. I don't have exact numbers, but Charlie Clint she was great in that game. She didn't only score, but she dished and she rebounded, and Monty's going to find a way to control her. But for the Hart game was definitely a game of turnovers, and the girls are going to have to find a way to break that press and be able to get more into their half-court sets, because there was minimal half-court sets during that, and that's really when Montague's best. When they run their half-court set, they're able to find the girls like Claire and Maddie Meacham down there, the Twin Towers, and get some easy post hooks when they can.
4 minutes, just about 5 minutes till we get started here. Excited? Second game.
Definitely.
We'll be on Thursday too, and I think Montague plays MCC here
At home.
Mm-hmm.
A game where that post play will be crucial, especially with MCC's big girl down low.
See, I know Maddie and Claire in the post don't have a ton of challenge down there. Not a lot of girls match their height, combined height, but that's one where they do. I think two pretty big girls that
I think they also have a girl with some length, but not as big as Claire.
Yeah, but it definitely proves a challenge for them, especially on the rebounding side and defensive side.
Definitely.
I think that'll be a pretty close game, pretty good game.
And excuse me, the guard that I was referring to was not Mallory Whipple, it was Destiny Lane, who was a junior, and she was a great guard play that I remember seeing back when Montague and Oakridge played in the beginning of the season. Montague will definitely have to find a way for Destiny Lane to be able to shut down Destiny Lane, and to avoid letting her slice and dice into the lane. No pun intended.
About 3 minutes, 30 seconds until we'll get started here. Until tip off. I asked Coach Blink to go get me a Gatorade, and I have yet to see that Gatorade. I gave him $2. I wonder where it could be. Any guesses?
If I was cold, I'd take it and run.
That's why I didn't give it to you.
I put $25 into my gas tank. It got me all the way back home, 6 miles. I was just about half empty after that, though, so I'm going to take my $2 if I can get it.
So, Kendall Osborne is averaging just right around 10 points this season. 6.8 rebounds, 6.8 assists. That's great numbers for a guard who has struggled a little bit, I think, this year.
And a young guard at that.
Yeah. Great future for her, I think, especially with this team. This is a young team. Like we said last week, I think we only have 6 seniors, maybe 5 seniors. Now, those seniors are pretty valuable in the Twin Towers and Brooke Stark and Emma and those girls, but still young, and you got a lot of talent coming up, a lot of athleticism.
And she may only be averaging 10 points per game and not the best shooting splits, but I expect her to start to pick that up a little bit with repetition and a little bit of gained confidence. Over the season, usually, you can see your shooting percentages usually increase a little bit, especially in high school, because you're going from sport to sport. And I expect her to be averaging maybe a few more points in the next couple weeks.
2 minutes to go before tip-off. This is a big game for the Cats, though. They win this one, this will propel them just more into that top spot, leading up into that Hart game and then the Whitehall game. Good look. They got a good look at conference championship this year, especially against Hart, who has been notoriously good the last few years, and again against Whitehall, who's, as we both know, always been one of those top leaders along with us. They won a conference champ, was it 2 years ago? Montague did, or was it last year?
Montague?
Yep.
I believe it was last year, and maybe they might have.
I think it was back to back. And if they could get a three-peat, that would solidify these last few years' teams as some of the best in Montague history. And I don't know what their district looks like, but I have a feeling they could go decently deep into their district. I think last year they got stopped by Newaygo in the final, but they definitely have a chance to go. I think a little bit deeper, maybe even into region, a little farther into regionals. About 40 seconds that we get started here. Got the pep band rallying for us over there. Here we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and athletes, and welcome to tonight's contest between the visiting Oakridge Eagles and your Montague Wildcats. It is our mission here at Montague Area Public Schools to educate and inspire all of our students to become motivated, articulate, productive, and successful citizens. Montague High School, along with the West Michigan Conference, takes the position that learning to practice good sportsmanship is essential for the complete education of all students. Respect, fairness, courtesy, and graceful acceptance of all results are characteristics of good sports. With that in mind, we ask all fans to refrain from booing, harassment of players, officials, or any conduct showing disrespect to our opponents. We win with character and we'll lose with dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, the Star-Spangled Banner recalls our past and our ongoing fight for freedom, a freedom of diversity, and our responsibility to promote respect and equality for all. Let us be united in those efforts today as we join together and listen to our Montague band play our Star-Spangled Banner. For your starting lineups. First, for our visiting Oakridge Eagles.
We're back, and we're going to have Bradley Tate introduce both the Oakridge Eagles and the Montague Wildcats here to start us off.
Number 5, Destiny Lane. At the other guard, wearing number 23, a senior, Delaney Rule. At a forward spot, a sophomore wearing number 30, Anna Lundquist. At the other forward position, a senior wearing number 31, Jasmine Pasteur. And at center, a sophomore wearing number 22, Kaylin Joseph. The Eagles are coached by Morgan Giddings-Woolver and assisted by legendary coach Joe Coletta. And now, Montague fans, it's time. If you're not on your feet, you should be on your feet. And here are our starting lineups for the Montague Wildcats. At one guard, wearing number 10, a senior, Baruch Starr. At another guard, a sophomore wearing number 11, Kendall Osborne.
Not a lot of height in Oakridge's starting lineup.
13, a junior,
Can you hear me?
Schwartz.
Not a lot of height in Oakridge's starting lineup.
No, not a lot of height. Tallest girl is definitely Anna Lundquist. I'm probably going to guess that she's standing right about 5'10".
Yep.
Maybe I'm a good pick.
That could be a point of struggle for this Oakridge team.
Definitely. More than just one of the Twin Towers. They're definitely going to be able to work down low and get their buckets.
Yep.
Our Wildcats are coached under Nick Taylor.
And we're about to get started here. Thanks for tuning in. This is CatchMark SportsNet. You're here with Connor Rath and Tate Stein.
7:01 tip-off time as we get going here. Maddie Mich and Anna Lundquist to tip off. And Maddie with the tip, she wins, gives it to Kendall. Over to Claire, off the glass, no good. Rebound Lundquist. Clock has not started yet, and now we have number 23 dribbling down the
Clock
court.
is still not started.
And there it is, though. Good pressure by Brooke Start. Not giving Rule any room to breathe, but she finally gets away. Bounce pass inside, good pass. And it's tipped away, and we're going to have Wildcat ball.
I think that's another thing Oakridge has to be careful of, having too many turnovers, especially against this Montague team who will capitalize on that.
Definitely. Osborne now dribbling up the ball, guarded by Lane, over to Brooke Stark on the wing. Drives left, picks up her dribble on the wing, looks, gets it out back to Schwartz. Schwartz sets up the offense. Brooke on the side, screened for by Meacham. Nothing there, out to Maddie. Maddie looks for the inside, but it's swatted away by Lundqvist.
That's great D right there. Picking up and then getting back for the off the hedge.
Pastor brings the ball up and over down to the baseline. Another pass inside, back out to Rule, and that's good. 2 points, Eagles strike first.
Oakridge taking advantage of that opening bucket there.
Haley Schwartz now quickly up the court. And she drove hard. There's a foul call on Rule.
I'm surprised that was a blocking foul. Maybe she didn't have her feet set.
Hard to tell from here. And that'll be Rule with her first and the team's first. Stark looks to inbound on the baseline. Fakes to the corner, but now gives it Osborne for three. Just deep. Claire Meacham with the rebound over to Schwartz. Kicks it up top to Kendall. Looks to penetrate. No good with the left hand.
That was a good take.
Lundqvist. Was a good take,
just got to finish those.
There's Lane now. All the way to the lane and a foul called. Good drive.
A little bit harder foul, but got back, played some defense. Shooting two.
Nothing easy inside the paint. Good take by Lane. She will shoot two.
Almost on Kendall Osborne, her first, team first. Destiny Lane will be shooting two.
Just misses off the iron. One more for Lane.
This Montague team looks a little bit slow to the start.
A little bit
I think
slow.
they'll get into it here in a second, but you can't come out starting a little slow like that and expect to get that opening bucket and some good opening plays.
Thankfully for the Wildcats, Lane misses both. 2-0, the score still Eagles. Over to Maddie Meacham on the block. Got a call on the floor. That one will be on Kaylin Joseph, the sophomore.
That was a good cut by Maddie and a good feed from Brooke.
So much size from the Joseph family. Ethan, Kaylin, I'm not sure who Joseph's little brother is, but
I bet you he's tall.
oh, I'm sure he's tall. Brooke Stark on the wing, dribbles up. Maddie Meacham up top. Looks for Haley Schwartz inside. Somehow caught the pass. No travel call and a jump ball that'll be in favor of the Eagles. 2-0 still, 6:28 left to play in the first quarter. Not much scoring.
Montague already has it looks like three turnovers. Again, this is one of those games where you can't turn the ball over, and that's something they've already struggled with.
Rule, dribbles left, looks, bounce pass. Another one inside, too high for Joseph. Wildcat ball.
Good D there. I think this game is probably going to come down to defense and who can play the better defense. Both teams are struggling to score a little bit, with probably 5 shots and only one going in.
Osborne picks up her dribble on the wing, up to Stark up top. Scans the defense, looking for someone to give the ball up to. Over to the wing, Maddie Meacham to her sister Claire, and another call for a block. Let's see who we got for that one. Got that one on 30, Anna Lundqvist. Wildcats now on the baseline to Meacham. Fakes the pass, goes up, no call. Maddie Meacham, no call there. Good defense by the Eagles, and they're going to come out with the rebound. Rule across half court. Crosses to her left. Pulls it out now. Good defense by Brooke. Rule spins, trying to get Stark off of her. And a blitz from Osborne. Barely gets away to Joseph. Kick to the corner now. Pass to her from 3. And it's good.
That's one of the things that, even though they got the score there, one of the things Brooke Stark's really underrated for is her defense. She played great defense in the games that I've watched.
5-0 now Eagles. Haley Schwartz gets stuck on the baseline. Osborne at the corner, dishes it off to Maddie. Gives it to Schwartz. Fakes to Mitty. Goes up strong. 2 points.
That's a great bucket there. Strong finish, and just can't ask for more in that situation.
2-5 now. 1 possession gain for the Wildcats and the Eagles. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Rule pounded by Stark up top, and ref on the other side of the court is going to give her a foul. Brooks first.
That's a foul I would take all day. Playing great defense, making it tough for 2-3 over there. Not letting her score, getting by her, not making her pick up her dribble. That's best defense you can play.
Just an unfortunate call, a little ticky-tacky. Gonna have to live with that one. Might have to play it a little bit safe now for Brooke. And an errant pass out on the Eagles. Memphis not able to corral it. Wildcat ball. Subbing in now, number 5, Emma Dyer for the 10 to start.
Emma Dyer.
Let's see what these Cats do in response. They're down 2-5 right now. A little bit of a slow start. They need to bounce back, get a bucket here.
Quiet start for both teams. Osborne guarded closely over to Dyer on the wing, dribbles with her right. Looks to get it inside, dumps it off to Meacham. Good footwork, great pass, just a little low. And Haley Schwartz gets it to fall.
That's a great pass.
Every single part of the room.
One of the things players are underrated for is her passing, actually.
Lundquist looks to bring it in. Nothing there. Out to Pastor. Another one just off the front of the iron. Rebound Lundquist. And almost in. Rolls around every single part of the rim once more, but she can't get it to fall. Bodies on the floor. Haley Schwartz coming up the side of the court now for the Wildcats. 3-on-2. Haley Schwartz cannot get it. She had no numbers, but it is going to be out of bounds, and it's Eagles ball is the call. Oh, there we go, and we switched it, I was going to say. Wildcat ball on the side, on the bottom, excuse me, underneath the hoop.
Cats narrowly avoided a turnover there.
Yes.
You got to watch out for those.
Maddie Meacham on the wing, gives it to Emma Dyer. Pump fakes, drives right. Gets stuck, dumps it off to Claire Meacham, gives it back to Maddie Meacham at the high post, pulls up, no good. Good rebound by Haley Schwartz and kicks it to the wing. Emma Dyer dumps it off to Maddie Meacham at the high post. Inside out play, no good from Osborne though, just deep, good looking shot. Pastor guarded by several Wildcats on the baseline. Pressure did not help there as we have Lundquist coming back down the court. And one for Lundquist. Got the body and the bucket.
That's a great drive, a great strong finish. Montague is really struggling in this first quarter. Oakridge has come out to play, and I think Montague's underrated them a little bit.
Definitely, as we now have number 12, Lily Blackburn, coming in for number 5, Destiny Lang. And we have Lundquist here to shoot one, trying to complete the three-point play. Little conversing over team fouls on the scoreboard that is shown, but now we have Lundquist at the line, and she knocks it down to complete the three-point play. 4-8 now is the score as the Eagles up by 4 with 3:40 left to play in the first. Dyer up top, kicks it, and nothing there. Turnover Wildcats.
That's just another unforced turnover there. With Oakridge manning up, that's something you can't do right now, especially as the score is 4-8.
Just that pressure up above the three-point line. Wildcats not handling it too well as we begin this game. And we have Pastor from 3, short again. And Meacham comes out with a low rebound. Now we have a 2-on-2 situation. Osborne's going to take it herself, and a foul called on the underhand scoop.
Good take by Osborne there. Sometimes you get fouled going up, and that's on Oakridge's part probably a good foul, especially in a fast break like that.
No easy buckets for sure. 4-8 as we have Kendall Osborne looking to shoot 2 after the take on the fast break.
Fouls on Lily Blackburn. Shooting for the Wildcats, Kendall Osborne.
Kendall lines up her first and knocks it down.
That's an important free throw right now. Maybe get him jump started. As the score is 5-8 currently. Can be 6-8 here with another free throw.
Definitely need a momentum shift here if you're the Wildcats. Looking to make it a 2-point game. Kendall Osborne, no good. But Claire Meacham with the rebound, dumps it off to Maddie Meacham, her sister. The bounce pass to Dyer. And she kisses it off the glass. Finish. 2 points for Emma Dyer. 7-8, Wildcats down by 1. Montague in a man-to-man set and a reach-in foul on Emma Dyer. That'll be her first as Romero Sodano.
Off that free throw there. That was a great rebound kept by Claire Meacham. Getting set, getting big, and pulling that board down to jumpstart him a little bit again. Score 7-8.
And a steal here by Emma Dyer. And she's going to take it, no good off the glass. But Osborne with the rebound. She brings it out now. Passes it right inside to the low post. Maddie Meacham, good drop step, can't get it to go. Rebound Lundquist. Oakridge still up 1. 2:40 left to play in the first quarter. High pressure here by Dyer. Kick over. Lily Blackburn drives into the paint, and it's stripped away by Emma Peterson. 3 bodies on the floor. Jump ball. Possession Wildcats.
That's some great defense there. Emma seeing that she was going middle, and then stopped by, I think it was Maddie. And then when she brought the ball over to the right side, swiping it away and taking that, just great defense there.
2:30 left to play in the first quarter. Kendall Osborne bring the ball up the court. Kicks to Emma Peterson on the wing. Screen set by Meacham. Over to the wing. Dyer pump fakes. Screen forward by Maddie Meacham. Nothing there. Kicks it back to the wing. Emma Peterson for 3. No good, short. Rebound, Pastor, but it's tipped, and it will remain Oakridge Eagles possession. Substitution now for the Eagles. Number 3, Mallory Whipple, subbing in for number 31, Jasmine Pastor.
Montague look like they're struggling a little bit in this first quarter.
Romero Serrano brings it up the court. Mallory Whipple slicing and dicing through the lane. Over to Rule in the corner, and she knocks it down. That'll be a 3 ball. Oh no, we have a 2. Overruled by the official closer to the ball. Emma Dyer driving right, cut off there. Emma Peterson back up top, scanning, looking to the low post, can't get it in there. Picks up her dribble on the baseline, but gets it up top over to Maddie Meacham. Maddie Meacham looking now, back up top to Dyer. Maddie Meacham with the ball, the high post, give and go, can't corral the ball, and now we have Eagles ball off the turnover.
It's another turnover by Montague. That's one thing they've struggled with. I think they've got about 5 turnovers in this first quarter. They can't turn the ball over. That's one thing that they've been struggling with lately, and that's one thing, as we've talked about multiple times, that they can't do, that they need to fix.
Mallory Whipple with her right, back out to Rule. Jab steps, looks. Bounce pass stolen by Emma Peterson as we have Osborne coming out with it. 3-on-2 situation for the Wildcats in the fast break. Urls around and finishes with a left. Kendall Osborne.
Great move. Knowing when to dish the ball and give the ball and take a shot is one thing that Kendall Osborne's really good at.
And a foul called on the block. Nick Thaler not happy with the call, nor is the Hawaiian Montague student section.
I'm still waiting on my Gatorade.
Colton Blakestrom participating in the Montague Hawaiian student section with $2 in his pocket. That is not his. 55 seconds left in the first quarter after Kendall Osborne's first foul. Into the post is Joza, guarded by Claire Meacham, and it's almost stolen by Dyer. The floater no good as Maddie Meacham gets the ball. But great defense by Lane, puts up the shot off the back iron. Good tip there by Peterson, I believe it was. Dyer takes it the ball now. 2-for-1 opportunity if the Wildcats want it, or they can take the last shot. Crosses left, picked away by Lane. Trying to regain possession, and a foul called on Stark. Great defense by Destiny Lane, turning defense into offense. She can try to get 2 points for the Eagles here.
And that's another turnover, and as I said beforehand, Montague struggled a little bit to get the ball up the court. And I don't think we saw that as much in the last game because they weren't putting as much pressure on the ball handlers. But other than Kendall, there's not a lot of people who want to handle the ball, it looks like, on this team. And when they get past about the white volleyball line, they struggle a little bit. And we saw another turnover there because Oakridge is putting a lot of pressure on them.
Definitely. Maddie Meacham tips it a couple of times, but comes down with the rebound. Emma Peterson now bring the ball up the court for the Wildcats. Guarded closely by Lane, crosses twice. Shovels it to Emma Dyer, 10 seconds left. Up top, screen set by Brooke Stark. Pops now, pump fakes, over to Emma Peterson. Screen set by Maddie Meacham, open lane for Peterson. No good, but Claire Meacham comes down with it, but the shot is no good. And after the first quarter, Eagles leading the Wildcats 10-9.
And we'll go to a minute timeout, full timeout here in between the quarters. I'm waiting. I see Colton over there. I'm waiting for my Gator. I'm a little thirsty now.
I'd laugh if Colton Blakestrom came back next quarter with a Gatorade in his hand.
I might lose it. Everybody's asking Hayden McDonald, who recently committed to another school. I think he decommitted from the other one.
Yes, yes.
I'm not sure what school that was.
Hayden McDonald was committed to Taylor University, and as soon as he committed to Taylor University, Coach Osterbein, I believe it is, from Hillsdale College, texted him immediately and told him, "We want you here," and he was given a lot of financial aid and a lot of money to attend Hillsdale.
Yep, that's what I heard.
And Hayden quickly took that deal, decommitted it.
As would anybody.
As would anybody. I mean, Hillsdale, from what I've heard, is a great school when it comes to education as well.
Yep. And I think they're Division II, and Taylor is NAIA. So that's a major step up, and congratulations to him. I mean, that's a big move, especially for a guy like him.
A nice D2 school, Hillsdale is, and Hayden will be looking, Hayden McDowell, whatever you like to call him, is looking to play defense for Hillsdale when he does become a part of that program. Start the second quarter here. Oakridge looking to score, and there's Lane with the right hand, kiss off the glass over Maddie.
That was a great pump fake, and then a great move after that.
Up and under by Lane. Great bucket there for here as Emma Peterson looking to cross over, tipped away by Lane. Great defense up top. Wildcats struggling to get into the half-court sets with the pressure on the volleyball line that's previously stated by Connor Rath.
Yeah, I mean, they get across about that white line, and then they struggle there, especially with the pressure from number 5.
Brooke Stark driving baseline, dumps it off to Lauren Smith, who brings it back up top to Emma Peterson. 7:30 left to play in the second quarter. Emma Dyer on the wing, drives right with a floater, and it's good.
That's a great move. Strong finish. Can't ask for more.
Over Lundquist, the tallest girl on the court for Oakridge. Now we have an errant pass by Oakridge that's going to go back to Wildcats. 11-12 as Montague is now only down by 1 point, looking to pounce and take the lead back. Brooke on the wing. Dribbles left, crosses back over, screened by Maddie Meacham. Stark dumps it over to Maddie Meacham, who kicks it back out. Brooke Stark pump fakes, floater, no good. And it's tipped around a couple times. Lundquist comes out with the rebound. Lundquist dribbling up for the Eagles. Picks up her dribble and
she almost went coast to coast. I'm a little surprised by her ball handling skills for a bigger girl, taller girl. Not a lot of bigger post players have that type of skill, and she just went all the way up and down the court there.
Unfortunately, the pass not exactly where she wanted it, as now we have Emma Peterson on the wing, up to Emma Dyer. Breathing down her neck is Lane as she kicks it over to Lauren Smith. One more to Brooke Stark on the left wing, guarded by Pastor. Brooke Stark, no good off the glass. Almost got the right-hander to fall and tipped off of the Wildcats. Eagles ball. Subbing in now, we have number 12, Lily Blackburn, coming in for either Mallory Ripple or Joza. I believe there was another sub I may have missed. It was one of the two, but now we have Romero Pellerano. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that. And no.
Looked like Oakridge wasn't on the same page there as we had number 11 and number 5. 11 thought she was going to cut, number 5 didn't cut.
Just a miscommunication from the Eagles. Emma Peterson now. And another errant pass as now we have Lundquist for the Eagles with the ball.
A lot of these turnovers are unforced, which is the main problem with it.
Lundquist up top, dribbling in. Over to Lily Blackburn, goes for the reverse, and she gets it to fall. Pretty English on that
finish.
ball. Emma Dyer now. Dribbles up the court, calls out the offense. Brooke Stark looks to drive left, and it's picked away by Pastor. But it will remain Wildcats possession. Substitution now.
In for the Eagles, Delaney Rule. Also checking in for Montague, Kendall Osborne.
Montague definitely struggling with the turnover problem. And a lot of them, again, are unforced. Making bad passes where you're not on the same page, getting it stripped away.
And a difficult pass that somehow got into Claire Meacham. She somehow got it back out to Brooke Stark, and that ball may have been tipped. Lundquist on the floor, and she gets it away to Lily Blackburn, who's drilling up the right side, tries to throw, and she gets it to pass her. No, she doesn't, through her hands, and another turnover for the Eagles.
Haley Schwartz checks in for Montague.
That was a good look. Just couldn't finish that pass.
Very difficult pass.
Oakridge is pushing up a number 5 here.
And that's Destiny Lane, who's been playing great perimeter defense all game. Haley Schwartz, who just got subbed in, is going to get stolen away from her, but Lauren Smith is going to get the ball right back in. It's tipped by Pastor, and now we have Destiny Lane trying to get all the way to the rim. No good off the glass. Rebound Haley Schwartz. She might be able to turn this back in her favor, but it's tipped away. Destiny Lane with the hustle for the Eagles. Rule over to Lane for 3. And Lane knocks it down.
That was a tip and then a bucket there.
Defense into offense, name of the game for the Eagles. And now we have Osborne trying to get into the lane, and there's a block call, but it's going to be on the ground. That one will be against Lundquist.
Lane playing great defense. Not only did she disrupt the offense coming up the court before that, then after they got the steal, and made that turnover, she then came back, played hard defense, got the tip, and then we got the bucket after that. Just hard work.
4:30 left to play here. Now we have Osborne to Claire Meacham, and it's tipped away by Rule. She's going to come up with a steal. We have a jump ball. Possession Wildcats.
I think one of the main reasons Montague is struggling with these turnovers is they struggle with the little things, if you know what I mean. Triple threat, things like that.
Kendall Osborne in the corner gets it tipped away by Mallory Whipple on the pass. Emma Peterson with her left over to the wing. Haley Schwartz pump fakes, gets into the lane, kicks it back out to Osborne. Eagles playing pretty good defense here in the second quarter as we have 4 left to play. Emma Peterson looking to get anything. Over to the low post is Claire Meacham. Kisses it off the glass over Joseph. 13-17, Eagles lead by 4.
I think that's Montague's best game plan there, is to let the bigs post up and then feed them the ball.
Bounce pass can't get through. The pocket pass was too difficult. Now we have Lauren Smith coming back down the court. Probably a good decision to bring it back out. And now we have Emma Peterson. The underhand scoop will fall. The touch from Emma Peterson.
That was a great decision by Lauren Smith to stop the pace, slow it down, and then get it back out. And then, as you saw, they got that bucket. Montague still, though, struggling with the turnover problem. I know we didn't see it much in the last game that we were at, but the game before that, not the game before that, but this game, you definitely see it where they're struggling to get the ball across half court. They're struggling with the little things, and just like there, you saw the play before that just get tipped out. Like you got to be strong with the ball. You got to know where you're at on the court and be on the same page with your teammates. What are you looking for out of this next half as this quarter's almost over?
Probably out of the next half for the Eagles, I'm looking to probably shoot a couple more times. There's a couple times in this half where some of the Eagles girls on the perimeter, I think they should have shot a little bit more. I mean, they've been knocking down a couple of their shots. They'd probably have a few more shot attempts if turnovers weren't really, if they weren't battling against the turnovers.
I want to say they're 3 for 6, about 50% from the three-point line.
They're somewhere around there.
If they keep shooting, they're shooting well. They're getting open looks from outside of the three-point line. If they keep shooting, I think they've got a hold on this game. It's a close game, and I know you and I were talking about that last game wasn't a close game, and we wanted one, and I guess we got our wish.
And the Eagles got to continue this rebounding, especially defensively. Some of the girls like Josa or Lundquist or even Pastor, some of those girls have been getting in and fighting amongst the Twin Towers and pulling down a great number of rebounds for the Eagles. Lane for the Eagles. Gets into the lane.
That's a great move right there. Knowing when to attack and then when to go up with that strong shot.
19-15, Eagles lead by 4. Claire Meacham in the low post. And one. Gets that one to fall somehow.
Looks like Montague is going with what I said. Feed it to the big and let her work. Giving to Claire Meacham there and letting her go up and go up with a strong layup and getting the foul. The one thing I do worry about with that though is shooting. I know Claire hasn't shot a great percentage from the free throw line, but she made that one, so.
18-19 after the converted and one from Claire Meacham. Lane up the court. She's going to get back into the lane, but it's blocked. Claire Meacham said no, man.
Stared her down after that one. That was a mean stare down right there. Saw the power of one of the towers.
New tumble wag from the Montague student section as we have 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Britta Johnson on the wing. Gives it up to Lauren Smith, who dishes it one more to the wing. Haley Schwartz dribbles twice to their right. Back out. Left wing now, Johnson. Kendall Osborne with lane on her. Shovel pass to Lauren Smith. Gets past her girl, the floater. Somehow it doesn't fall. Joseph with the rebound, and now we have a foul 90 feet from the basket. Looks like this one is going to be on Lauren Smith. That may be just her first, though. Eagles in the bonus.
Montague, I noticed on that play especially, they need to come around the screens a little tighter. They come around and they're a little wide, and that lets the defender get back, and Oakridge is a great defending team, so if you let them get back, it's going to be bad for you.
Joseph at the line. High arcing, nice looking shot. Gets it to fall after hitting off the iron in the backboard. Substitution for Eagles and the Wildcats. Now Meacham in for Lauren Smith and Lundquist in for Rule. High arcing shot, no good, and it's going to roll out of bounds.
Let's see what Montague does here. I mean, they made a little bit of they got a little bit of energy. They're definitely more energized. I think that block by Claire helps, and I think the last few buckets have definitely helped.
Haley Schwartz now on the wing, picks up her dribble, stuck, gets it to Johnson up top. Manny Meacham at the high post, gives it up to her sister. Kendall Osborne drives baseline, goes up strong, and we got a foul call.
That's what this Montague team has to keep doing, is just driving to the hoop, going up strong, getting the fouls, and shooting some free throws. This game might, in this second half, or in this first half, coming down to it, might just be free throws. But that's how, if that's how they have to get done, that's how they get it done.
Kendall Osborne lines up her first. A little strong. Substitution now.
Checking in for the Eagles.
We have Josa out and Morgan Bisson now in, as we have 2:27 left to play in the second quarter. Wildcat student section stays silent for Osborne. She's knocked down to the second. And now we have Brooke Stark in for Kendall Osborne.
Brooke Stark checks in for the Wildcats.
Let's see what Oakridge does here in response.
Definitely need a bucket here if you're the Eagles. Kick out to Lane. Looks to pull up a little short. May have hit the backboard, and that's off Lundquist Wildcat basketball.
Good crash by Lundquist there, though.
That was a great crash.
She might not have got it, but keep crashing like that. You get a lot of open buckets.
Substitution as Kendall Osborne comes right back in for Britta Johnson. Stark takes the ball up the court. Eagles sitting in a 2-3 zone now. Osborne looking for ways to penetrate the 2-3. Gives it. Manny Meacham from 3, and she knocks it down.
I guess the Twin Towers extend out to the 3-point line.
Just when you think you can hold them from scoring in the paint, I guess they're scoring from the 3-point line. Now we have Brooke Stark with a steal. And she misses the layup. Great defense, unfortunately. Can't get it to fall. Almost a 5-point swing, and it's 6 seconds for the Wildcats. Now Lane looking to penetrate. Kisses it off the glass. Nice roll and bounce there for Lane. Tie ball game. Stark on the wing. Stolen away. Eagles back up the court. No good on the layup. Schwartz looking to get back up the court. 1-on-2 opportunity with the right. Foul called with a strong take by the Wildcats. Ref may have got Lundquist on the body.
A little bit of chaos there. As a player, what would you do when it gets a little chaotic and it gets a little bit too fast for you?
Well, I think Haley Schwartz made the right decision there and bring the ball all the way to the rack. But sometimes when you have a situation where it's turnover after turnover, frantically people flying up and down the court, you definitely need to take that ball back out and reset.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking. Take the ball out, take a few dribbles, let the offense breathe, let the game breathe for a second, and then go.
Definitely.
And not necessarily let the defense get back, but let your team breathe. Let them get open and let them do their work in a sense.
Haley Schwartz, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line as Montague now leads by 1. And we got a double dribble call.
I'm surprised they didn't call a foul there before the double dribble. I saw a little bit of a hack on the arm on the way in.
Substitution now. Kendall Osborne in for
Kendall
Britta
Osborne
Johnson.
in for Montague.
1 minute, 6 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Wildcats up by 1. Eagles in the bonus. Eagles still sitting in the 2-3 zone. Kendall Osborne guarded by the top wing of the Eagles. Dyer's pass is tipped away. Lane, I believe, with a tip. And now we have Lily Blackburn up the right side. Behind the back dribble over to Rule. Didn't like what she had. Takes it back out top. Pounded by Osborne. Over to the corner. Lane steps back. Cross-court pass. Blackburn drives to the right. No good. Got a little too far under the basket. Now we have Schwartz coming down the court. Almost lost it off her knee. Has to pick up her dribble. And now we have an offensive foul called on an elbow from Schwartz.
Offensive foul on Haley Schwartz.
Substitution now for Johnson in for Osborne.
Now, if you were Oakridge and that you were in man-to-man and letting that extending that defense all the way out, would you come out of it?
I thought it was working all right. Wildcats are kind of struggling with it as we have a missed shot there by Blackburn. Mich with the rebound. She's stuck. She's got several girls on her, and the pressure proves too much as Lane can't get it to go. Rebound Blackburn. Tries to kick it to the other block. Out of bounds. Wildcats ball with 2.6 left in the second quarter. No, I think you're right. I thought the high pressure by the Eagles was proving a little bit of a threat to the Wildcats, but that's not my call to make. I mean, Wildcats haven't scored on the 2-3 yet, I don't believe. Only on the fast break, so what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, it could be working, it could be not. But I would definitely say keeping that defender out there, maybe going to a 1-2-2 or a 3-2. Extending that defender out there has definitely done a little bit of damage to Montague, and it tired them out. I mean, as you saw, they've rotated more and more subs in. The deeper you have to go into your bench isn't always a bad thing, but it also means you might not have your starters out there for as long as you would want. And your scoring might go down a little bit, and your defense might go down a little bit. Let's see what they do in this. It looks like they're going to press, which I would say is a smart move by this Oakridge team, especially with 2.6 seconds left in this first half.
Maybe just providing token pressure on the last shot, and that'll be it. Wildcats up by 1 on the Eagles, 23-22. As we're going to go into the second half now as Pepin kicks us off.
Definitely, excited to see what this second half is going to be like. It's been a close game so far. I mean, that's what we were asking for, right? This Montague team has struggled a little bit with turnovers, and so is this Oakridge team. But if they can get those under control, I think they have this game. I think this can be definitely their game.
And I'll be curious to see how Oakridge comes out in the second half defensively, if they're going to stick with the man-to-man or if they're going to stay with the 2-3 that they just started with. What do you think they're going to come out in if you had to guess?
If I was Oakridge, I would definitely come out in maybe a 1-2-2 or the 2-3. Just because that high ball pressure and forcing them to move the ball, Montague to move the ball has caused a little bit of struggles for them. But yeah, that's where what would you do in that situation?
I mean, for the Eagles, they might stick with that 2-3 a little bit more because obviously they started to run it at the end here and they had success with it, the 3 possessions that they had. So sometimes coaches, when they start to run a new defense and it doesn't work once in the first 4 possessions, they like to kick right back out of it. But I have a feeling if it's working for them, they might stay in it in a little bit, maybe switch around.
Yep. We'll go to our ad now, though. This is CatchMark SportsNet with Connor Rath and Tate Stein.
just goes.
And we're back. Second half of action coming up. We got about 2 minutes, 50 seconds. This has been a close game. Montague struggling with a little bit of turnover problem. Oakridge playing pretty good defense. Definitely, I would say punching above their weight class here, trying to take down this Montague team. But I think they're doing it. They're playing well. They're playing aggressive. And Montague, I would say, needs to step it up and definitely get that energy back. I don't see much energy in this gym from them.
Right. And sometimes you can really feed off of that with a large crowd, and it's not really a jam-packed gym tonight. You're going to have to conjure up some of your own energy when you're someone like the Wildcats playing at home with not a large crowd. But Eagles definitely come into play. Eagles are going to look to continue some of their success defensively and rebounding-wise, especially against the Twin Towers.
And those Twin Towers, I think they've struggled a little bit in this game. Claire has gotten her shots, gotten her points. She's averaging about 7 points right now. But they've definitely struggled to get to Maddie, especially struggled to get to the rim and struggled to finish a little bit. But I think this Montague team just needs to come out, step up their game, and get working. It's working time now.
Right.
And I will say this is a pretty high-scoring game for their last few games. I know that, other than the blowout game. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what goes on in the second half.
Right. Minute 27 here. As we're looking to get back into the second half. Wildcats leading by 1, 23-22. And when it comes to the defense against the Twin Towers that the Oakridge Eagles have had, what do you think really contributes to their success defensively against the post play of the Wildcats?
What was that?
What do you think really contributes to the success defensively for the Eagles against the Twin Towers?
I think definitely feeding the post and then kicking it back out quickly. Getting those guards open a little bit more and then dishing it down.
Oh, excuse me. I mean, defensively for the Eagles, why do you think they've guarded the Twin Towers so well?
I think that they match up well with them. I think they've got the Oakridge has some height to them, and that definitely helps. And not just that, but height and then size. Their girls are a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and it's hard for the Claire and Maddie to definitely do moves because these girls are stronger than them.
Definitely.
And not only that, but they're also a little bit more athletic too, I would say, and it's hard for them to go up over somebody quickly. And I know Claire hasn't struggled with that as much as Maddie, but I think extending the defense out, allowing to just blow by, let Claire and Maddie, they're faster, let them blow by, let them go by, and an easy layup versus a tough post move, which is always good, but an easy layup's always better.
And we're going to start with the Eagles ball in the second half. Coach Morgan, excuse me if I butcher her last name, it looks like Ward, W-A-H-R, excuse me if I mispronounced that, but she spent her last minute of halftime break working over the referees. I'm not sure what she was saying to them, but let's see if that plays do effect here as we have Joza getting the inbound pass, back to pass score. Screen by Lundquist on the elbow. I believe that's Rule driving baseline, gets all the way through. Joza tried to get it back to Pastor to shoot. Foul on Haley Schwartz.
13, Haley Schwartz, her second.
And that'll be her second, according to Bradley Tate. Lane, the junior, to inbound for the Eagles. Gets it into Rule on the side. Guarded closely by Starks, backs off now. Dribbles with her right. Looks for the handoff to Lane, can't get it. Pass is picked up by Claire Mitchell, and now we have Osborne racing up the court with a left hand. Schwartz sets off the offense now. Claire Meacham at the three-point line. Beautiful pass. Can't get it to go, Osborne.
That's one of those layups where I'm, as Maddie or Claire, I'm really irritated because I want the guard to finish that.
Lundquist working on Maddie Meacham, but it's blocked away by Maddie Meacham.
There's her second block of the game, I think, or maybe her first. Definitely putting work on that defensive side now. Looks like their energy is a little bit up from the second half.
Rule under the basket. Cross screen, can't get much for the Eagles. Rule for the baseline, knocks it down. Another beautiful jumper from Rule. Eagles take the lead. Schwartz may have got away with a double dribble, but gave it away. Lundquist with the ball now.
Oakridge has definitely shot well this game, especially from the corner and from the wing.
Definitely. And easy penetration there for Lundquist, and she kicks it out to Lane. Gets back to her right hand, looking to drive downhill. Lundquist for three, and she gets it to fall.
That's 2 back-to-back threes. As Montague, you gotta make a defensive change there and allow your players to do the most, especially defensively.
Beautiful. Right there, that was Osborne. Pound dribble, kisses it off the glass. 25-27, Eagles up by 2 now.
Not to mention the great cut before that, too, to lead up to that bucket.
Definitely. Lane, beautiful bounce pass. And Rule can't get anything. She's stuck, and Claire Meacham takes it right out of her hands. Gets it to Osborne. Osborne now, guarded by Lane. Over to Claire. Drop steps with the right foot. Beautiful touch with the right hand.
That was a great move. 1 pound dribble, right up with it. Strong, athletic.
Eagles, Wildcats trading buckets. 5:45 left to play in the third quarter. Rule almost loses it. Fending off Brooke Stark. She dribbles with the right over to the top, and there's Lundquist with another jumper. She knocks it down.
She is hot right now.
Lundquist is hot right now. She's getting anything she wants. Schwartz now on the left wing. Cross court pass to Stark. Maddie Meacham looking for the post up. Claire Meacham for 3. Almost knocks it down. Schwartz, great rebound, and we got a foul call. That one will go against Rule after the attempted putback by Schwartz. 2 shots now for Haley.
Claire Meacham want a little bit of a shooting spectacular for her own after Lundquist hits 2 jumpers right there.
Schwartz lines up the first, nothing but net, and now we have a sub for Oakridge.
Great game we've had so far. I definitely think both sides after halftime they've cleaned up the turnover problem a little bit, and they're definitely working a little bit harder, especially on Montague's side.
Schwartz makes 1-2.
1 of 2 there for Haley Schwartz, and now we have Oakridge coming up. Andrea with the ball, she dribbles right. Kicks it over to Lane, bounce pass back to Andrea, and it's several bodies on the floor, no foul call, and it's out of bounds on the Wildcats. Oakridge's bench may have wanted a call there with a little bit of a collision there on the floor, but Eagles retain possession. Brooke Stark playing up tight on Andrea. She dribbles with her right hand, crosses over twice now, screen set up top by Lundquist to free up the ball handler. Now we have Lundquist being guarded a little bit tighter by Maddie Meacham, not wanting her to shoot over the top, and steal by Haley Schwartz. And it may have been picked right back, but she retains possession over to Osborne with the right hand. She dishes it up the court to Claire Meacham. Back out to Osborne for 3. In and out. Rebound Lundquist.
Lundquist has had a great game so far, especially on the boards, and not just that, but also a great shooting game.
Definitely.
If I was guarding her, I would not stay in that paint and play off of her.
Lundquist, dribble handoff to Pastor. Steps back, side dribble with the right, and Lundquist for 2, and she knocks it down again.
I think she's 3 for 3 in this half from outside.
I think she is too, and I don't know if she's touched the rim yet. Haley Schwartz dribbles with the right over to Stark on the wing. Maddie Meacham looking to go to work in the low post, nothing there. And it's tipped away by Lane. Lane with a steal. Gets past Haley Schwartz, drives in right. Can't get it to go. Rebound Schwartz. No numbers for the Cats here as Schwartz kicks it back to Maddie Meacham and over the back cut. I'm not sure if she really did cross the half-court line. If she did, excuse me, but over and back call on the Wildcats.
Montague struggling with that turnover problem. It seems to be a little bit chronic for him right now. But Oakridge definitely taking advantage of it, as we saw Lundquist with her last 3 shots that have all fallen. Taking advantage of her hot hand and making them come out and play out on her.
Pastor for 3. Short. Rebound Lauren Smith. Kendall Osborne now with the ball. 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. Emma Peterson on the wing. Pump fakes. Drives right. Loses it. Gives it to Dyer. Jab steps right. Drives. Beautiful dump off pass. And Claire Meacham can't get it to go. Can't get the second one to go either. Lundquist with the defense and the rebound. There's 12, Lily Blackburn with an errant pass that gets to Lundquist. Lundquist scanning the defense. And a foul. Emma Peterson reaching over the top on the post. That'll go against her. That'll be her first. And now we have substitution. Delaney Rule in now for Joza.
I think Blackburn, I think she's guarding Kendall. I think they match up really well. Similar height, a little bit of a similar build, a little longer.
Almost got it to go. That was Rule. Great post up down low. Right hand just can't get it to fall off the glass. Little strong. Emma Peterson now up top for the Wildcats. Dishes it to Dyer. Over high post, Lauren Smith goes in, and we got a foul called. Good strong take there from Smith. Tried to get it to go with the left hand, and she got fouled. 2 shots now.
Falls on Anna Lundquist.
That was a good attack there. Maybe a little bit of a dump off. Drop that off to Claire, especially because she's a little hot in the second half.
And if I'm not mistaken, I just heard that may have been Lundquist's 4th foul. And if that's true, that means she only has 1 left to give, and she's going to have to sit for she's going to have to sit for the rest of the 3rd quarter and most of the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lose Lundquist, especially in a tight game like this.
Yeah, that's an important player right there, especially with her hot hand and how she's played already in the second half, especially and her rebounding, not to mention.
Lauren Smith not able to get her free throw to fall, and now we have Lane up top. Guarded by Emma Peterson. Strong screen sent by Rule, and now we have a foul on Peterson. Ran into Rule. And it's going to be called on Rule. I guess she did not have her feet set, and it'll be going the other way. .220 left to play in the 3rd. Emma Peterson on the wing, guarded closely by Rule. Shuffling to her left as Emma Peterson drives right, and a foul called. Great penetration there by Emma Peterson. Upset she didn't get that one to fall, but it'll be 2 shots for her.
Can't complain with a good take, even when it doesn't come out in the result that you want. That was a great take. Great. I mean, the only thing better about it would be a finish there.
Emma Peterson lines up her first one. Nothing but net. 29-31. Wildcats down by 2 to the student section's delight of Montague. And Emma Peterson gets that one to fall as well. 1-point game. Lane takes the ball up now. Emma Dyer looking to meet her at half court. Tries right past her with the right. Gets into the lane and can't get the floater to go. Rebound Emma Peterson after it's tipped a few times.
That was a good take, just to get the finish.
Lane tips it away from Peterson, but Osborne gets it back. A little bit of hand checking going on. Dyer with the right. Earl steps in, takes it with the left and pitches it off the glass.
Little 1-2 for the good bucket there. Good attack.
And timeout Eagles after the Wildcats continuously got to the paint, and they are now up by 1. Proving to see that the loss of Lundquist may cost the Eagles a little bit, especially when it comes to defense on help side.
Now, if you're the Eagles or if you're the Cats and you just saw that they're one of their best players, especially one who's been shooting as well as she has, Lundquist come out of the game due to fouls. What would you do in that situation, especially with your posts and in the Twin Towers and your other bigger players?
Well, I think if you're the Eagles right now, you've got to have at least either Lundquist or Joza in at all times, at least one of them. And I'm not sure if Joza's in foul trouble, and if you're the Eagles, you definitely hope she's not. And I'd have Joza in there and tell her, you're responsible for either Claire or Maddie and anyone else that cuts in the paint.
Yep.
You got to try and get every single rebound that you can. We need you right now to step up and get those rebounds.
And then maybe zone up would be my other idea. Pull that defender out, play a 1-2-2 or maybe a 3-2 and pull that defender out, make the guards handle the ball a little bit more, and then kick down to the post. That way you still get 2 on the post, and then you get that guard pressure that you want.
It'll be Oakridge ball.
We'll see what they do out of this timeout here.
1:44 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats lead 32-31.
Been a close game so far. Definitely an exciting one too.
Andrea dribbling. Gets it up to Lane. Question by Lauren Smith. Spin move by Lane. Pretty move, and she gets back to the left hand, and she kicks it over. That's Mallory Whipple who gives it back. And number 20 now is Morgan Bassan. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. We got a blocking foul. And that'll go against Claire Meacham. Was called for not having her feet set. Eagles will take that out of bounds now. Team third for the Wildcats.
One thing about Claire and Maddie is they're definitely good about not getting fouled all the time.
Definitely. Pastor for 3. Short once more. Tipped away. Wildcat ball.
Let me correct myself. Not fouling all the time. They have fouled out of games, and I've definitely seen that, but they also are very good at making sure they don't foul and staying out of foul trouble.
Peterson taking the ball with their left, picks up a dribble, gives it to Dyer up top. Gets it into Osborne. The righty can't go. Good defense there by Lane as she dribbles up the left side of the court. Picked up by Osborne, almost got the steal. Bounce pass up top. Over to Mallory Whipple. She's got it on the wing. Not fooled by the student section champ. Pastor. Thought about the jumper. Spins left, gets baseline. And a foul called on Osborne. She could not agree with the call. Doesn't matter. Ref's call is the dictator's call.
Number 11, Kendall Osborne, her 4th, team 4th.
Pastor steps into the line, looking to either tie or give the Eagles a lead. Pastor, a little deep on the free throw. Can still tie here, though. Looking to make it 32-32. Pastor gets it to fall. Tie ball game.
Pastor makes 1 of 2.
Clock rolls once again. 45 seconds left. Dyer advanced it past half court. Gets it to Peterson on the wing. Screen from Claire Meacham. Peterson up to Smith at the top. Dyer back on the right wing. Jabs. It's stolen away by Pastor. 30 seconds left.
Another turnover for Montague there.
Oakridge looking to get a good quality possession here. Andrea to Pastor for 3. And she gets it to fall.
Wow,
32.
Oakridge has just been shooting lights out from three-point line this game.
Peterson drives with the right. Steps back. Dyer pounded by Andrea. And that'll be a foul against Romero. I would pronounce the last part of her name if I could, but I can't read my R's very well. Maddie Meacham subs in now for Lauren Smith. Wildcats going with the tall lineup here. Dyer to inbound on the side. Not much to work with. Gets it into Peterson up top, and no foul called. She got held with 2 hands, and there's bodies all over the floor. Time expires. Oakridge not able to get a shot off. And Oakridge Eagles will lead the Wildcats up 35-32 as we go into the 4th quarter.
Yeah. One thing I will say, Kendall Osborne is a great player. I mean, she's averaging 10, 7, and 7 basically. Maybe not as great a shooting splits as you would want, but still gets it done, gets the job done. In the top 10 for points per game, actually for rebounds per game from what I understand, and assists. She definitely knows what to do and how to handle the ball, and I think that's definitely helped this Wildcats team this season. What do you think about that?
I definitely agree with you. She's definitely an asset to say the least. I mean, she can handle the ball pretty well, and I think, like we were talking about earlier, she's going to be able to pick up some of those shooting percentages that may not be exactly where she wants to be. And not only that, I think she knows the game pretty well. Sometimes, and this is like every player, you can get flustered and you throw some errant passes that cause some turnovers, but I think Kendall Osborne, she has a pretty well sense of the game, and you can definitely see that that's apparent in the way she plays. And we talk about all those pros that she has, and she's only a sophomore. They're going to have her for 2 more years after this.
That's one of the biggest pros for a sophomore like that, especially playing at the level she has. She's already a starter, and I mean, averaging in the top 10 in conference for most of the major statistical categories. That's a great asset to have there.
Montague with the ball now, setting up their half-court set. Both posts at the high post. Peterson gets it into Claire Meacham. She's double, and there's Lundquist right back in the game, making an immediate impact. Jump ball will be Eagles ball.
she has to be careful not to foul. That's a little bit of a risky play, but I like the aggressiveness. I like the willingness to get in there and maybe get a foul.
Now we have Joza up top at the post. Goes over to Lane. Can't get it to go. Meacham dumps it off. And now we have Osborne coming up the court. 4-on-3 in favor of the Eagles. Dyer on the wing. Drives right. Body up by Pasteur. Over to Osborne. Bounce pass into Maddie Meacham. Dribbles right once and foul called. It'll be interesting to see who the referee calls this one on. And it'll go against Pasteur. I believe the right call there.
Yep. You got to be careful in that situation. As Lundquist, you got to get out of there. Especially when you're in foul trouble like that. You do not want to be out of the game, especially in a close game like this.
Maddie Meacham, smooth with the stroke there, gets that one to fall. 33-35 now. Wildcats down by 2. Lines up the second. Rattles that one home. 1-point game. Andrea Romero up the court now. Dishes it over to Joza. At the top. Dishes it over to Pasteur. Dribbles immediately with the right hand. Double screen 4. Pulls up for 2. Just short. Peterson almost came down with the rebound, but Osborne's going to come out with a one-on-one situation here. Goes in, no good off the glass. Rebound, Maddie Meacham, and a foul called. I wonder if he'll call this one against Lundquist. She had her hands straight up. Let's see who he gives it to. And he will give it to Lundquist, and that'll be her 5th.
Yep, out of the game. I don't know if I would have called that one. She was pretty straight up, and I would say it was more of an out-of-control shot. But that's an important asset to be out of this game. That could change and move the game in a whole different manner.
We still have 7 minutes left to play, and Lundquist is gone. And that's just what happens when you have a girl with 4 fouls. I mean, it's a little difficult to make the judgment how much you should play her. And Oakridge does not agree with that call, and they might have a reason not to. Not my call, though. I'm just the commentator. Maddie Meacham lines up the free throw and gets it to fall.
She's definitely made an impact this game, especially with her shooting. I think she was, what, 4 for 6 altogether from outside.
Over 50% on the
and
night.
then also her rebounding. She great rebounder. Went up strong, and made the plays that needed to be made.
Great play all around by Lundquist. It'll hurt the Eagles to see her gone for the remainder of this 4th quarter. Joza looking to step up for the Eagles. Picks up her dribble, looks, and foul called on Maddie Meacham. Got her on the body. Student section not happy with the call. That'll be only her first. Maddie Meacham with 4 more to give here. Playing smart foul-free basketball, and Oakridge not in the bonus yet. Couple fouls yet to give. Lane to inbound for the Eagles with 6:47 left to play in the 4th quarter. Over to the low post. Joza up with the right, can't get the fall, and we got a foul called under the basket.
Nick Thaler was not happy with that one.
Joza to line up for the free throws. They have the call on Meacham. They said that her hands and arms came down, and now student section trying to cause a miss. High-arcing shot from Joza will not fall. We have no substitutions for either team. Joza looking to tie the game back up. No good. Rebound, Maddie Meacham. Wildcats back up the court. Dyer guarded by Lane. Comes in with her left hand. Underhand scoop won't go. Rebound, Claire. Foul called there. Claire Meacham almost got the putback. Beautiful rebound, though.
As a post, you have to be careful, especially as we saw Maddie, just with two fouls back-to-back. And understandably, it's hard, but as a post, be careful about your fouls. As we saw, Lundquist has already gone out of the game, and I'm pretty sure Maddie has 3 right now. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Maddie only has 1 right now.
Maddie does?
Yeah, she just picked up her last possession. Claire Meacham missed the first, lines at the second, no good. Rebound Oakridge. 36-35, Wildcats lead by 1 possession ball game, 6 minutes left to play. Bassan up the 3-point line, over to Joza, the mid-range. A little deep, and Wildcat basketball. Joza, not bothered by the missed shot. She knows she'll make the next one. Substitution, Kendall Osborne in for number 33, Britta Johnson.
Looks like Oakridge switched back to man-to-man.
Not much 2-3 run by Oakridge in the second half, just a short stint before halftime. There, Meacham, high ball screen, and it's tipped away by Lane off of Osborne's pass.
Great defense by Lane, especially to clog up that lane, get in the way, get over that screen.
Joza tries to corral the pass. She does get it, and we have a foul called. And it's going to go against Joza. Oakridge's coach pleading her case, saying that she was going for the ball. And that will put the Wildcats in the bonus, I believe. If they weren't already, Wildcats are shooting 1-1 at the line. Britta Johnson in now. Back in for Kendall Osborne.
Now, the way you avoid a foul like that is just by the guard making a little bit better pass and then the post getting out and facing up when she catches that ball rather than come out and try to catch her with one hand. It's very easy to pick off. It's not necessarily a bad pass, but it's not an ideal one, especially in this close of a game, in this light of a game.
Emma Peterson got her first one to fall. Student section staying quiet for Peterson as she can't get the second one. But she gets her own rebound on the free throw, gets it out to Dyer. Tries to get it in to clear Meacham on the block, kicks it back out to Johnson. Maddie Meacham at the high post. Tipped away. And Lane almost got the steal 3 different times, but great aggressive hustle by Lane there. And it'll be Eagles basketball as they're down by just 2 points.
And they got lucky there. I mean, Montague did get the rebound, but you can't let the free throw shooter get the rebound. That's like a cardinal sin right there.
5:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Montague leading by just 2 points. Andrea up at the top, dribbles in. Good pass there to Lane, and she gets it to fall. Tie ball game here with 5:20 left to play in the final quarter. Dyer dribbling up the court. Tries to get past Lane with the right. Dumps it off to Meacham at the high post. Gets it to her other sister, and one. Claire Meacham flexing on him. 2 points. Looking to make it 3 here as Wildcats lead by 2.
That's a great finish there. Maybe not the best pass, but she understood to control it, to get down, get strong, and spin, put that ball right in the hoop.
And she does make it 3. 3-point lead for the Wildcats. Oakridge Eagles call timeout. 5:08 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Great game.
We'd like to remind all of our fans that tomorrow our wrestling team will be competing at Kent City. Our competitive cheer team will be competing at home. And our boys basketball
Now, as
team
Oakridge
will be playing
struggling with
at
foul
Fulton.
trouble, you've already had one of your players go out, and I bet you I think they have 2 other players with 2 or 3 fouls already. This late in the game, looking ahead with their foul trouble, if they need to foul, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. What would you do to avoid that right now, especially keeping those players without fouls?
Well, I mean, with the amount of fouls that they have right now, I think most of their fouls have been concentrated in the hands of only a few girls, luckily for them. I mean, of course it hurts to lose Lundquist and for other girls to be in foul trouble, but you got to put one of your girls that has only maybe 1 or 0 fouls on the ball if you do have to foul when it comes down to it. There's also a silver lining when you foul as many times as Britta Johnson gets a steal. And she misses the layup. Dyer can't come down with the rebound. Bassan with the rebound. Tries to get it to Lane. It's stolen away by Maddie Meacham, and we have a foul called. But as I was saying, there's a silver lining to the amount of fouls that have already occurred. If it does come down to a 1, 2, 3 possession game in crunch time, you don't have to worry about getting up to 7 fouls. You're already there, so. But it does get a little difficult when a couple of your girls are around the 3, 4 foul mark.
That could turn out to be a costly turnover for Oakridge.
Britta Johnson knocks down the shot. 4-point swing so far for the Wildcats, and Joza coming back in for Bassan with 4:53 left in the fourth quarter. Britta Johnson knocked down her first high arcing shot, misses the second. 4-point game. Eagles rebounding under the Wildcats basket.
Montague electing to press here. Easily broken by Oakridge.
Shows up the court, brings it back to the middle. Over, that's Blackburn, too deep, and right on the three-pointer, but Wildcats unable to get the rebound as Rule comes in. Substitution for Blackburn.
Come on, defense, kid.
Just a 4-point game, 2-possession game. Rule to inbound. Line set for the Eagles. Romero not able to get the ball on the inbounds. Britta Johnson with a steal, but it's stolen right back by Lane. Tries to keep it in. Dyer comes out with it. Little midi, no good. Andrea with a rebound. Picks up her dribble up to Lane. 2-on-2. Fast break opportunity. Spin move. Crossover for Lane. Tries to get back to her right. She's cut off. Pass door. Steps into a three-pointer. Off the rim. Rebound, Maddie Meacham. Big rebound by Maddie Meacham on the Peterson. Probably a good idea. Tries to slow down, set up the offense, and timeout by Nick Thaler and the Wildcats. Full timeout given to Nick Thaler.
I'm a little surprised that Oakridge hasn't gone into their press yet, especially in this big of a game and this much of a crunch time. A little surprising to me. I don't know about you, but Montague definitely has. They chose to press up and not let Oakridge get the ball past half court, or attempt not to. And as you can see, it's caused turnover. It's caused a little bit of havoc for Oakridge. Now, if I was their Oakridge's coach, I'd say you just got to be patient, calm down. It's just a press. Mm-hmm. You don't have to fly up the floor. We got 4 minutes. We're down 4. We just need to slow it down. We need to play our game.
I mean, if anything, I'd like to see Oakridge get back to some of that high ball pressure up at half court, if not the press.
Yep, me too.
I mean, that definitely caused issues, and I'm sure some of those girls are gassed. Yep. They're not rotating in 10 girls. I don't think it's only 8.
Yep.
And if I am the Eagles, I'd like to see some of that high ball pressure, especially from Lane, and she might have around 5 steals this game.
Yeah, she's playing great defensively. And not just that, but also she's finished really well and played pretty well offensively too. And that's gonna be important, especially in this close of a game.
Andrea Romero almost got the steal on the pass. Meacham to Meacham. Claire on the low post, can't get it to fall. And she goes back up, and 4 bodies on the floor. Jump ball.
Looks like it. I think that's
jump ball.
In possession of the Wildcats. Eagles got away with that one. Claire had great position down low under the rim. Just couldn't get it to fall. Maddie Meacham flashing to the block, and a foul called. Great flash by Maddie Meacham and a great pass.
Went up strong, went up aggressive, and that's what happens. You get fouled and you go to the line.
And that'll be the 5th for Delaney Rule. Foul trouble proving costly for the Eagles. Both Rule and Lundquist out now due to fouling out. 5 fouls, 10 fouls for both of them.
Yep. Maddie shot pretty well from the line from what I've seen today. I want to say she's probably 6 for 8, maybe.
And that one won't go, but
as I was saying.
Maddie looking to knock down her second. Oh, she can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 at the line. It'll be Oakridge basketball. 2-possession game. We have 3 minutes, 54 seconds left to play in this 4th quarter. Oakridge struggling to get the ball in. Looking to avoid a 5-second call. Tries to throw it in. It's tipped by the Wildcats. And we're going to have Wildcat basketball.
And that press proven pretty effective against Oakridge. They're struggling to get the ball in. Guards are struggling to get open a little bit.
Dyer inbounding for the Wildcats. Not much. Gives it to Johnson. She shoots the 3. High arcing shot. She gets it to fall.
That's a big 3, especially in this type of a game.
Big bucket for the Wildcats. Wildcats up 7, 44-37. As Oakridge looking to manufacture some offense. Crossover to the lane. Flotation device inside. Can't get it in. Rebound, Britta Johnson.
Now, as Oakridge, you gotta know when to calm down. You still have 3 minutes, and you in Montague struggling with turnover problems.
And Lane just absolutely hounded Johnson, gets the steal, can't get the bucket to fall. Dyer with the rebound. And we have a timeout. Nick Thaler, he's seen enough of the turnover mess. He wants to slow things down. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left to play as Wildcats lead by 7.
Now, I will say that turnover is a little bit more of a team turnover, even though it was one-on-one there. Montague, you have to know when to come back and especially help your teammates out. When somebody's trapped and has no dribble in the corner and they're dead, you got to know when to come up and help them. And I didn't see anybody coming up. I didn't see any help for them. That's definitely something they got to do better, going deeper into this game. Yeah. Definitely.
And right now, I think for the Oakridge Eagles, you're seeing some of the scoring and offensive issues. I mean, with the loss of Lundquist and Rule, who both knocked down a lot of pretty jumpers tonight after they went out due to foul trouble. We're seeing somewhat of a stagnant offense. Hopefully some girls can step up, maybe Lane turn some of that defense into offense. And Eagles trying to bring this game back to a one possession or take the lead here as we have just a few minutes left to play.
Oakridge finally electing to press here. Let's see how Montague handles it.
3:16 left to play in the fourth quarter. Wildcats in a line set. Man press here from the Eagles. Gets it into Kendall Osborne. She's hounded by Whipple. Pastor looks to cut her off. She can't. Osborne up to Dyer at the top. Wide open. Slices through the lane. She kisses it off the glass. 2 points for Dyer. 46-37 Wildcats as they lead by 9. Lane pulls up for 3, no good. Just hits off the front iron. Osborne dribbles through 3 girls. Over to Peterson in the corner, brings it back to the middle. And a foul by number 12. That'll be Blackburn with the foul.
Montague making a little bit of a run here. Not struggling with turnovers as much. They've had a few close calls, but pulled it out. And yeah, it seems to be paying off. As I said at the beginning of the game, they've struggled to get it across half court a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's struggling with it now. And it's helped. I mean, as you've seen, they've gone on a 10-point run here. They made the game 47-37 with 2 minutes 45 seconds, 2 minutes 44 seconds left to go.
Big free throw there for Emma Peterson to put the Wildcats up by 10. And she can't get the second one to fall. Wildcats leading right now in a 4-possession ball game. Lane coming down the court, takes it back out. Up top, Romero, no good off the back iron. Good looking shot, just couldn't get it to fall. Osborne dribbling with the left. Crosses back over on Lane. Dyer over to Trevino from the high post, can't get it to fall, and that'll be Eagle ball. 2:24 left to play. Eagles need a bucket.
Yeah, especially on this possession. I bet you this possession comes down to about, brings the game down time-wise to about 2 minutes 20 seconds, 2 minutes flat. And this is important. This is an important bucket. It's probably maybe a 10-possession game at most.
Lane dribbling through the lane, can't get the floater to go. Clear with the rebound. Emma Peterson now taking the ball off the court with 2 minutes. Wildcats can take their time here if they want. Emma Peterson crosses over to Dyer on the wing. Back to Peterson. Probably a smart decision not to shoot that. She can take her time. Flotation device, no good. Rebound, Claire Meacham, big rebound, no good with the left. Lane coming back down the court.
Great rebound, great shot by Claire.
Brings it back to her right. Beautiful layup through 3 girls. And we have a timeout by the Eagles.
Claire with a great rebound, just couldn't get it to fall. She gets I think if she gets a few more of those to fall, she's another one of those leading scorers here in the West Michigan Conference. And she's had a great game this game so far. I think she's got a block or 2 and then a lot of rebounds, as she should. And she's one of the points leaders for this Montague team. Played pretty well, along with Kendall Osborne, and I would say Emma Peterson has played pretty well also. As this Montague team, I would expect a press coming out of this timeout, especially with the way Oakridge has been playing, looking for a steal, and they want to get that bucket back that they missed in the last possession that they had.
Coach Morgan for the Eagles calling the timeout, full timeout awarded to her. Just an 8-point game now 3-possession ball game. Gonna look to see a lot of pressure here from the Eagles coming out of this timeout. Either trying to force a turnover or a quick one, hopefully to get the ball back. Foul if they may.
No, if I was Oakridge, I would say that they're fouling a little bit early. They still have about 1:39, probably 4 or 5 possessions left, and it's a little early to foul, I think. You already put Montague in their bonus, and they got some time left.
Osborne gets the ball, pressured by the Eagles, gets it to Dyer, checking behind her for Lane. Moves it to the wing, gets it back to Osborne, and a foul called. Fouled by Whipple to send Dyer to the line.
Shooting for Montague, Emma Dyer.
And Wildcats.
2.
In the double bonus, 2 shots for Dyer. Gets the bounce off the back iron.
Great shot there.
Joseph checks back in for Whipple. 9-point game. Dyer looking to extend it to 10. And she gets that one to fall too. 10-point game for the Wildcats. Eagles need a quick bucket, preferably a 3. Lane comes right in. Kicks it into Blackburn. And Trevino thought she got both hands on the ball, but we got a foul, and it's going to be 1-1 awarded to the Eagles.
These are some important free throws here, especially this late in the game. Important to make these. These are the ones that can give you the lead, can sometimes give you the win, and I think that this will definitely propel them into a little bit better position going into this next possession against Montague, where they probably do need a foul.
Blackburn at the line. Gets the first one to fall. Big free throw for the Eagles if they want to have any chance coming back in this game with just 1:24 left to play in the 4th quarter. Blackburn taking her second of the 1-and-1. No good. Rebound Dyer. And we got a foul called.
I think that's pretty smart by the Oakridge coach to foul there, especially with 1:22. As I said earlier, they have a lot of time, but 19 seconds and 1.5 minutes left in the game, and 9 points is a whole lot. Seems like a lot of time, but it's a whole lot less to a coach and especially in a tight game. Anytime you can stop the clock or get the clock to work for you, that's very important.
1:22 left. Dyer steps to the line to advance the lead to either 10 or 11. And rattles out. Good looking shot. Just gonna get it to fall. Joseph back in for Whipple once more.
Joseph in for the Eagles.
Dyer lines up her second. And gets the roll on that one. Wildcats 10 points lead. Eagles desperately need a bucket. Kicks it into Blackburn. Blocked by Claire Meacham. Rebound Blackburn. Got her own miss. Goes in and a foul call on the right dribble, right hand, baby hook, underhand shot. Couldn't get it to fall.
Again, important free throws here. She went 1 for 2 from the line on their last set. It's important to go 2 for 2. And it looks like their coach will want a 30-second after this.
Blackburn lines up the first one. Couldn't get the roll. Really needed that one for the Eagles. Just 72 seconds left to play in the 4th here. Blackburn lining up her second, looking to make this game just a 3-possession ball game, and she does. Wildcats inbounding, 9-point game, gets it into Peterson, back to Osborne. No foul yet from the Eagles. Peterson dribbling left, trips, and a foul called. That one on Whipple, tripping call. Peterson steps up to the line now, and Josa comes back in, probably for Whipple once more.
Important free throws by the Cats here, give them back to that 10-point lead.
Low stance from Peterson, gets it to fall off the front iron. 10-point game now, 1:07 left to play. Wildcats lead 51-41. Peterson looking to make it 52-41. Gets it to fall, nothing but net. Wildcats. Full court pressure here. Here comes Lane. Hesitation. Crosses over. Dribbles off a girl's foot, and here comes Joseph, who gives it back to Lane. 58 seconds left to play. She kicks it to the corner. There's Pastor for 3. And she gets it to fall. Uh-oh, 8-point game here. A little bit of life for the Eagles with just 54.5 seconds left to play.
Almost a turnover in the backcourt over here, but they ended up picking it up and pushing the ball and then getting that open 3. That's important for them, especially going into this next 54 seconds or 56 seconds, whatever it was.
Pat Storr, she's had a good-looking shot all game. Most of them have been hitting short. She hit one in the first half, and that one was another pretty one from the corner.
Yep. Cats are looking to get it through their press here and get a bucket, keep them up 10. Oakridge is down 8 currently.
Both teams in the bonus. Wildcats in the double bonus. Oakridge Eagles given 8 fouls already. Wildcats inbounding on the baseline. Gets it into Osborne. Back to Dyer. Taking her time. Gets it over. Emma Peterson. 48 seconds left. Wildcats could get a 10-second here, but Kendall Osborne just gets it past half court, and Trevino lays it in. Got it past the press, and now it's a 10-point game as Osborne nearly got a steal. Lane taking the ball up now. Emma Dyer trailing shortly behind her. Emma Dyer knew where it was going, just couldn't find the ball, but she got the steal. Osborne with the left hand now, dribbling up the court. We have a foul called. Foul will go against.
Now, somebody who's had a great game, especially in the clutch, as you would say, Emma Peterson stepped up to the line, stepped up and played big in these big moments, especially making free throws, making important buckets. And no one went to slow the pace down. No one went to step back and slow your team down and managing your team in the clock. And that's very important, especially in a close game like this.
Kendall Osborne knocks down her first, advances the lead to 55 to 44, and she knocks down the second too. 12-point lead with 25 seconds left. Wildcats just about have this one wrapped up as Blackburn comes up the court. Euro steps around. Mich can't get it to fall though. And tied up there is Andrea and Kendall. Jump ball will be in favor of the Eagles with 16 seconds left. .16 seconds left for the Eagles as they get into Jones at the low post. The baby hook can't fall. Rebound, Claire Micho hands it off to Osborne. Gives it to Emma Peterson or to Osborne. 4 seconds left. Clock winds down on Peterson. Advance it past half court. And that will be the game. Wildcats coming out with a conference victory over the Oakridge Eagles. It was a close one most of this game. Wildcats pull away in the fourth quarter, 56-44, 12-point victory for the Cats.
Montague definitely came out in that second half and said, you know what, we have a turnover problem, and we're going to fix it, and they did. Kendall Osborne having a big part in that. Emma Peterson wanting to handle the ball, wanting to bring it up was very important. And I will say Oakridge definitely, especially with their, just on paper, out-punched their weight class here, especially making it this close of a game. It may have lasted, it may have been, the score may not show at the end that it was a close game, but it was a close game all the way until about the last 3 minutes when Montague found their step. But that was a great game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you wonder just without the foul trouble for the Oakridge Eagles, what the final outcome of this game really would have been, or at least the final score of this game. Missing Lundquist and missing Roll and having a couple other girls with 2, 3+ fouls. It was difficult for them, but hard-fought game by both. Yeah,
well, this was CatchMark SportsNet. Thanks for watching. This is Connor Rath and Tate Stein, and we're out. Have a great night.